Welcome, smarties, super smarties. Let the learning begin. All right, let's take a temperature check. Feel your zone. What zone are you in? Our goal is for you to be regulated and ready to learn. That's in the green zone. If you're not quite there, just take a little minute. Breathe. And we're going to borrow a page from the book of Juliet, who introduced a mindfulness project using Anna and Elsa. Now, Anna and Elsa come from the movie Frozen, and they are sisters, but they're also friends. So she took a picture from Frozen and colored it, so you can pretend to be coloring your picture from Frozen as you're breathing, and humming the "Do you want to build a snowman?" because I can't remember all the words. Hello, John. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. Okay, bye. All right, now what we can do is do a practice with that. So what you're going to do is do Anna and Elsa. When you do Anna and Elsa, you're going to do Anna with one hand, Elsa with the other, and breathe in. And then we're going to sign friends. And then the snow is going to fall. And you're going to build a snowman. Okay? And we'll exhale when we have snowfall and when we build a snowman. So get ready. One more time. That was a good mindful Mindshift practice. Excellent, and hopefully that got you ready to learn. Good job, smarties. Remember, the zones of regulation are just a way for you to check in throughout the day to see where you are, how you're feeling, and what you're ready to do. And if you're not quite ready to do what comes next, then practice a little Mindshift and get yourself regulated and ready to learn. All right, so we are now going to change up our calendar. I had to find my handy dandy eraser. We're not changing past, present, or future. The date is one more than 22. So if it was 22, 20, 21, 22, 23, because 3 is one more than 2. So I'm only going to change the ones place. So this time I'm only going to erase the ones place. It's 4-23. I put a 2 in the tens place. I put a 3 in the ones place. 23-20. Yesterday was not Tuesday. Yesterday was, make sure you enunciate clearly, Wednesday. I need a face space. This will be Trace the face space. We read a book today by someone named Trace. Maybe it's Tracy, but we think it's Trace. In my Zoom class, I got to go to a Zoom room with my students. Yesterday was Wednesday, capital WEDNESDAY, and put a period. So if yesterday was Wednesday, and we move that up, then we're also going to move up today's day, which is, drum roll please, check your smart cards, check your smart chart, and confirm it in your smart brain. Thursday, face space, capital THURSDAY. It's just a telling sentence, declarative, so we just put a period. Tomorrow will be not Thursday. It's the last day of the work week and the school week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday follows them. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The week comes to an end. Friday, capital FRIDAY. And a period. I think it's called Friday because by that day, your brain is totally fried because you've been working to learn and working to work all week. So you're fried on Friday. Yesterday was Wednesday. It's in the past behind us. Today is Thursday. It's in the present. It's with us. Tomorrow will be Friday. It's in the future. It's ahead of us. Today is not Wednesday. Nope. Soap on a rope. I need some hope. Today is Thursday. Thursday, comma, April, not 22nd, it's 23rd. It's still 2020 and a period at the end. All right, now today I thought what I'd do is what's called directed drawing. So I'm going to draw something and then we're going to make a very simple sentence identifying what's in our message. Our message is going to be in the picture. Our meaning is going to be in our sentence, in our words. All right, so get ready. I do not proclaim to be an artist, but I can follow multi-step directions if they're given one after the other and only one at a time. So you follow too. All right, so we were walking a couple weeks ago and we found a caterpillar and he turned himself into a chrysalis and he's going to become a butterfly. So we thought we would keep him on our porch and watch and see him go through metamorphosis. Now, I'm not going to show the cycle of metamorphosis as a butterfly changes from one thing to another. But what I would like to show is a butterfly. Flutter by, butterfly. So we're going to start your paper. And remember, you should be working in a composition book. If I can find my handy-dandy composition book. It's hiding from me. I have a stack of stuff here. Sheesh. Just like my classroom. My hallway classroom is becoming just like my upper classroom, full of learning. So you want to work side to side with lots of space. And we're going to start by giving him a circle for his head. And then we're going to go on the left and make kind of an oval, but don't connect it. And the other side of the oval on the right. Almost looks like a snowman. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side, only this time we're going to hook around. So we're going down, and then we're going to hook around. So this is going to be the body of our butterfly. Now I want to make a wing, so I'm going to come out and stop. Kind of looks like a number 3, the top part of the 3, and it's symmetrical, so it has to be the same on the left and on the right. And then I'm going to add a little bit smaller and come in at the bottom. And once you have the basic design and you followed the steps as we're doing them together, you can do it much larger, more grand scale on another piece of paper or with chalk outside on your driveway or on the cement in front of your house on the sidewalk. That would be fun too. And let's see. Now I think I'm going to add some details. So I'm going to put some lines in across his tummy and give him some legs. And he needs some antenna. So I'm going to come out to the left and come out to the right, and I'm going to make a little circle at the bottom. Kind of looks like a jester. And a little dot for an eye and a dot for the eye, and a little circle, and then a little grin. Now an actual butterfly doesn't look exactly like this, but this is my drawing of a butterfly. And then I'm going to symmetrically make it the same on the left as on the right, as I can, as close to the same as I can. And then I'm going to make a little loop-de-loop. Just because it's a little decoration. You don't have to do it exactly the same, but whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. Now this is a sketch, and a sketch we don't color. But if you want to come back later and color it, colored pencils would look very nice. And if you did it on a much larger paper, like on construction paper, or even if you did it on like a cardboard box, that would be kind of cool. If you did it on a cardboard box, it would be harder for the paint to show up, but you could use watercolor paint. You can even use tempera, which is the paint that comes in the big bottles that we use at school, and if you put some into a little bowl, we've been saving, my son likes Pringle chips, so we've been saving the little Pringle containers, so if we squeeze just a little bit of the tempera in there and then put a little bit of water, and we kind of stir it up, it kind of makes like a watercolor. It simulates the watercolor. It's not as rich and it doesn't dry as shiny as watercolors, but it still works. So watercolor wash, where you just kind of wash over it, and you do the colors where they kind of blend into each other. And you can do it wet or dry, so you can get the paper damp and then do watercolor over it, or you can do it dry and then do the watercolor. If you do it wet and then you have to let it dry, otherwise the paper can easily tear, so just be really careful if you're going to do that. And this is a butterfly. So I'm going to do a simple sentence of what I can draw. I can draw a butterfly. I can draw a butterfly. 5 words. Remember, social distancing between our words and punctuation at the end, so it will stop. I, high frequency word, big capital letter I. I'm going to put trace there. Can, k, and. It's high frequency, but it's not a sight word because you can sound it out. I can. Neither of these are sight words. You can know them by sight, but you don't only need to spell them by sight. Still, it's not a bad idea to take a picture, because once you commit them to automaticity, you don't even have to work to sound them out. I can draw. D, ah. I only hear 3 sounds in there. D, ah. But the ending sound is ah, like awful. I can draw. D, ah. It's an A. Now this is where you have to take a picture. It's an A and a W. Otherwise it'd be dra. I can dra. I can't dra anything. I can draw a. And remember, in my room, we say when we're looking at a word, and we say a when we're looking at just a letter. But both are correct. Butterfly. Now this is a compound word, so I'm going to take the first part of that word, butter. 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 Of umbrella. Of tiger. It's a T, and his identical twin is right next to him. The B-U-T-T is like a bottom. There's 2 T's in bottom because you have 2 cheeks you sit on, so there's 2 T's, but this isn't a school-friendly word, but it's part of butter, so it's a chunk. So we're just going to move over that quickly. Of spider. E-R. And now the second part of that compound word, the second word in that big word, fly. F-L-I. F-L-I. Sounds like I at the end, but this is tricky tiger Y. Fly. And we don't separate it because it's still just one word. F, O, a lion. So a fish, a lion. I, oh my goodness. Oh my, oh my. Y cannot decide whether it's a consonant or a vowel. It's so confused. This is why English is so difficult sometimes. Get it together, guys. Make up your mind. Indecision. Am I this? Am I that? Am I this? Am I that? Today I'm this. Tomorrow I'm that. Oh. I can draw a butterfly. I didn't say it was strong feeling, and I wasn't asking if I can. I was telling you that I could. So I was giving you information, not asking for information. So I'm just going to end it with punctuation mark of a period. All right. Yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday. I can draw a butterfly. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020, 4-23-20. And here's my butterfly. And I think I'm going to make some lines coming off of him. And some clouds. And a sun. And I'm all finished. So make sure you transfer this to your composition book, your notebook, or a piece of paper, and you go back and read and reread again and again and again. Nicely done. Now I'm going to move our portable calendar, and we are going to head on our beep beep honk honk. Climb aboard the bus. All of Robinson's rabbits are ready to learn. Time for a learning field trip. Climb on the bus and build up your schema. I'm going to dump some of mine out. You're going to scoop it up, put it in your smart brain. Don't take it all. I'm going to need some for later. Sheesh, I'm like 573 years old. So I know a lot of stuff, but I got to keep some of that schema. So you built your own. What in the world? This is called a symbol sort. What am I? The 1C square, MQ, triangle 10, X, can, rectangle 4, I, 8, B, 6, E, W, E, we, Friday, diamond, 3, heart, 5, R, day, 9, K, is, B, 7, tomorrow, 2, and Z. That just, wait, what? Oh, symbol sort. So we have to put these into categories. I get it now. So, first I see the. So what would you say the is? If you're going to identify it as a symbol, it's actually a collection of symbols. So what could we call it? The. The is a it's a word. Okay, so if it is a word, we will circle it in red. So all the words will be circled in red. And that is a word. Okay, let's see if this is a word. One. Well, O-N-E is a word, but that's not O-N-E. What is it? It's a number. Good thing you showed up because I was getting confused. So if it's a number, we will circle it in green. All right, so now I have words and I have numbers. What do you see next? What do you see next? Get it? Okay, never mind. It was funny to me. Funny to me, but maybe only to me. Wait, I'm the only one here. Except you're over there. Just laugh. What else have you got to do? It's contagious, mirror me. It feels good to laugh. Otherwise you're going to cry. Okay, I digress. Which means I'm off topic. I'm bird walking. Amusing myself. Okay. C. Is it a number? C. Number? No? I see you shaking your head no. So what is it? Is it something new or something we've already done? Oh, it's something we've already done. It's a what? It's a word. So we will circle it in red. And I don't need to make a new category because it isn't one. Okay, so now this is a square. A square. The word square is a word, but that's not a word. A square is not a number. Oh my goodness. So I can't use what I've already done. I now need a new what? I need a new category. I think I used my blue pen today when we were doing our class, our virtual class. So I'm hoping this blue one will work. Let's see. Oh, it kind of works. Doesn't work very well though, does it? I don't think I have another blue here. Let's look in my handy dandy box. Well, this is blue if it works. Oh, hallelujah. I found one. See what happens when you have grit? Now hopefully it writes right. Please work. It does. And so this is a what? Shape. And hallelujah, we found a blue that works. I'm going to have to feed the hungry trash can with this one. Dun, 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 dun. That's a dirge. Goodbye. You served us well, or you didn't serve us at all today, but whatever. Okay, so now let's sweep back. Oh, this is something new. What is it? M is not a word, it's not a number, and it's not a shape. What is it? It is a letter. Now, I have pink. Let's see if pink, I think pink is stink when it doesn't work. Let's see. It looks kind of like the red, so why don't we just use black? I have orange, but I don't think that works. Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay. Let's see. Letter. I'm so happy it works. I didn't want to use black. I'm nothing against the black marker, but everything is written in black. It will look prettier if it's a different color. So now we have a code. I don't think there's any other symbol up here. Words are red, numbers are green, shapes are blue, and letters are orange. Now, how you can extend this learning and get some traction action is you first can transfer this to your composition book. But the next thing you can do is you can put these kind of symbols or different ones. Have someone bigger than you, put some on a piece of paper, slide it into a wipe mat, which is just like a sheet protector, and then use one of these expo markers, the kind that wipe off. Don't use a permanent or you ruin your sheet protector. Then you can circle them or put dots like this. Instead of doing a circle, you could do this. So you could code it. So you can use the same color, you just make code. Or maybe you do a square around some of them, or you do 2 circles around some of them, or you put an X across them because you're not actually going over marker to marker. Marker to marker will contaminate it. And so, this is what? A word, a number, a shape, or a letter. It is a letter, and I did it correctly with the orange. My brain must have just been online while my mouth was talking. I thought it would be offline. All right, let's go to the next one. Q. Word, number, shape, or letter. If you said letter, ding, 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 you are correct. You can also make these and sort them into categories. You could put them on a piece of paper and cut them out, or put them on note cards and then shuffle them up. Do a matching game where you have to do match letter to letter. It doesn't have to be the letters that match, but it has to be a letter and a letter, or a number and a number, or a word and a word, or a shape and a shape. And then you have to name them. So that would stretch out the learning. All right, this is a triangle. What color? It's blue. 10 is a number. So what color is it? Green. X is a letter. So what color is it? Orange. Now, one of the ways you can also play this game that we could play is we could hold our orange and say we are going to look for all of the letters. No. Oh, wait, letter? Ooh, I think I is a word. Oh, you know what? It could be a letter or a word, couldn't it? So I guess I could do it with both. So I'm going to put a square back around it. And if it's a word, it's red. Whoa, I didn't even catch that. So it's both. That's a tricky symbol. And here I see a B. B is a letter. Any letters in this row? Do you see it? Do you see it? What is it? E, capital E. It's good to name the form, capital or lowercase, and the name. 2 ways you can know those letters, form and name. And then you can also know what kind it is, whether it's a consonant or a vowel. So it's a vowel, it's a capital, and its name is E. And then it sounds, that's the other way you can know it. E, A, U, and A. No more letters. I don't see any letters here. Here's a letter, R and K, that's my letter. Kirsten, that's my name, so but it's not capital. Lowercase k, capital R, and Z. Sleepy time. Can is a what? It's a word. So what color are we going to circle it with? Red. A rectangle is a what? It's a shape. So what color? Blue. 4 is a number. So what color? We already determined that this is a word and a letter. How about 8? It is a number. How about 6? It is a number. We already did the letter. We. It is a word. What color? Red. Now this is tomorrow's day, which is Friday. So what is it? It's a word. It's a big word. So we're going to circle it with red. How about this? Diamond. What's a diamond? It's a shape. How about 3? It's a number. And a heart. What is a heart? What's a body part, but not when it looks like that? It's a shape. So it's, what color? Blue. How about 5? Another number. You are really good symbol detectives. These are super tricky. A-R-E has the R of star, and it's the word of R. So what are we going to circle it with? Red. Here's an R again, but they're not the same R. One is a letter, and one is a word. They sound exactly the same, R, and they both have an R in them. But in order for it to be a word, it has to have those 3 letters spelled in an order that makes sense, that we've universally agreed upon, because I don't know why you need an E at the end. It's just nosy getting in that word. Day. It's a word. 9. It's a number. Is. It's a word. What color? Red. B. It's a word. What color? Red. 7. It's a number. What color? Green. Tomorrow. Some people say tomorrow. 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 What will we be doing tomorrow? Well, not this. And it's a word. What color? Red. And 2. It's our last one. It is a number. So we're going to end with green. Our last one we're doing with the very last one on the board was Z. Wow, Smarties, that was an amazing schema snack. My brain had a bite and a nibble, and I feel so full. I'm going to keep the rest of my schema. So it's really important that you are able to differentiate. That means tell the difference. There's a Harvard word, a really big word, for to be able to tell the difference between different kinds of symbols. Words are made up of letters, but they're in an order whose sounds make sense. I know this doesn't make any sense, but we've universally agreed upon it. People agreed upon it before we got here, and now we just have to follow the rules. That's how the game is played, people. Follow the rules. Numbers. And they can be double digit or single digit. They're still numbers. Shapes. Angles, faces, corners, vertices. And letters. When they're not together in an order whose sounds make sense, we just know them as letters. All right, that was super fun. I think I barely made a mistake, and I'm still awake. Must have made a mistake on other things today. Well, I'll make a mistake when I turn this off. Maybe this is a mistake to turn it off. I'm going to miss you, Smarties, but I guess I'll see you again tomorrow on Friday when our brains are fried. Till then. You already have my schema. Here's some pride to put inside. And some love. You can have some of it now, or you can save the rest for later. You can save all of it for later. All right, till we meet again. Goodbye, Super Smarties. Come back ready to learn. Super Teacher, out.